You start by clicking File and merge your image. I'm going to look for my sewing machine, and there it is. Then I am going to click it once, and here you can put the measurement in. The measurement is 17 centimeters, I believe, or no, it's 7 inches. It's 7 inches. So I believe I had one that is 7 inches. Then I'm going to right click and edit the points, and I'm going to simplify that twice. And then select it, right click again and duplicate, and then right click again and flip horizontally. And now I've got two that I can glue together. You go to this panel and show the cut border, and go to the other panel there and enable registration marks. I put everything on the left from my registration marks, and now I get them in the middle a little bit so you don't overlap the lines. I believe mine was 6 3/4, not 7, but for this example I use 7, but the real one is 6 3/4 in width. So now I'm going to group them together, and I go to the send panel. First of all, you're going to print your page now. I use the outer lines always. I select it and use outer lines, and I use photo paper that is, I believe, 200 grams, and my force is always 33 with one pass, and my blade depth is going to be 5. So when you have it printed and on your mat, you can go to send. You glue those sewing machines back on the backs together, and you have two. And for that left box, you can just put a box in between there on the bottom, and to make the box you just measure your bottom, and you put the height of your box all around it, cut it on 4 sides, and you have a simple box, and you glue it in between the sewing machines. And for the one with the drawers, I took the height of the image itself. And when you have the box, then you just put it on a piece of paper, and this is going to be the wrapping around the box, the base of the box. I just mark that and score that on both sides of my paper. I am using a white 220 grams paper, so I have to score it both sides, otherwise my paper will rip. And yeah, that is going to be the surrounding of the box, and that's how I just do that. We only need one measurement, and that will be the height of the box. But for now, I'm just eyeballing it. I make sure it's not too tight, and I just mark it, and then score it and fold it. All the way up to where you have a glue strip, and then you can glue it together. Here you have a measurement. That is the height of the box, so that has to be equal with the other one. So that's why I measure this one. And the strip left over is your glue strip. And I'm going to glue that on top of the box, but I will do that later. Now for the height of your wrapping. Again, just measure out your box. and score that. And then again, you need that measurement for the height of your box. That has to be the same. As you can see here, I'm going to measure that out. And that has to be the same width. And then you are going to cut that off, that strip. You're going to cut it in, shown in the video. The first cut is straight. Then you're going to cut in an angle and straight on the other side of that score line. Then the next one is going to be straight and then in an angle, and then again in an angle and straight. We are going to cut this one all the way off in an angle, and that is your glue strip. We're going to glue that strip on top of that box, but you need to put your drawer inside if you glue this. So it's not too tight and you can still move your drawer. And then you're going to close it as a box. Put your drawer in because you want that to be your stopper there. And then reinforce your glue with your with something long so you know it's stuck there. Now for the decoration, you only need to decorate the top part of your bottom box and the back side of the bottom box, and then of course the front of your drawer. Then for the other box, the one that's on top in the sewing machine, you need to decorate the top, but also the bottom, because you are going to see that part. And then of course the back of the box and the front of the drawer. And to be able to open my drawers, I painted some bobbins and I put some satin thread around them, and they function for me as my drawer pulls. I have to glue them with hot glue. And now we are going to glue the sewing machines on the sides. Let everything dry very well. And you can decorate the rest as you like. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will try to answer them as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.